Blind Adam loves his moistness.
Viewer discretion is advised.
If you feeling like a pimp, niggas gon' pimp.
7173
Awesome sauce! Hello, everyone. This is Awesome Sauce Radio. This is Awesome Sauce Radio on ComicCrusaders.com, www.ComicCrusaders.com. I thank Comic Crusaders for hosting me. Please check out the Real Al Mega. Make fun of him on all the platforms that you find the Real Al Mega on. Love that guy. I thank him for being the producer and the man in the chair.
Thank you, Rabbi.
You're welcome, sir. And I also like to, thank, Bird City Comics. Bird City Comics is an amazing comic book retailer. They drop mad exclusive variants. Just go to www.birdcitycomics.com because they make too many variants for me to keep up with anymore. But Anthony O'Hara, awesome. Tell him why not I'm sent you. Also, I'm really looking forward to April 12th through the 14th. Exotica Expo returns to Chicago, Illinois. At the Stephen O'Donnell Convention Center. The guest of honor is going to be Jenna Jameson, of all people. So I'm really, really, really looking forward to that because, hopefully she shows up because, but ExoticExpo.com.
Be careful of the caverns.
She'll be there. That's Saturday only, and which will be the 13th. And I like I said, I'm pumped. Hopefully
you got what? You bought a pump?
No, I said I'm pumped. I'm excited. But go to ExoticExpo.com. Tell them what Adam sent you, and there'll be more to come on that.
Hey, you're gonna come on that? You said?
Oh my God! All right. So we're gonna get to the heart of the matter because I was trying to do some shout outs to like things on the internet and peeps I hang out with, but the man of the chair is being really talkative tonight. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring in our special guest. We're gonna back up for a second. Before we bring in the special guest, we're going to have a message from the Quick Bunny.
You notice when you're making up some quick, you stir until it's rich and thick. You hate to take that first little sip, because it'll be gone in a zip. It's so rich and thick and chocolate that you can't drink it slow. If it's quick,
The fuck?
That's the saddest sound I know.
Yeah, so that's a message from the Quick Bunny. And now we'll bring in the guest. He is the professor. He is one of the hosts on the No Prize podcast.
How do I follow up the Quick Bunny?
What's up, Bud Young?
Hey, Rabbi. How you doing?
Oh, my. All right. Is that still on the screen?
Listen, Nigel, just go with the show, bro.
You know what? Oh, okay. Can you please tell my audience who you are and what you do?
Sure. So my name is Bud Young. I'm the professor I didn't give myself that nickname. That came from someone else. But I am the host of No Prize Podcast on ComicCrusaders.com. We're just entering our 8th year, if you can believe that.
Oh,
And,
wow.
Yeah, so we talk about Marvel Comics, Disney Plus, the MCU. Basically, if it's got Marvel superheroes in it, it's fair game.
Cool, man. So, what are some of your favorite comics?
The Avengers is my jam. It's been my team since I was very little. But basically, any good run. I love Fantastic Four. I love Spider-Man. Just you name it. I like the Hulk. I like Thor. I like Daredevil. I like the whole line at any given time. Right now, not much, but hey.
Right now, not much. Okay. Why, as of right now, why not much? Like, what's making you go, no.
I have always said it has something to do with my age. I think that the older I get, the less things are aimed towards me. So I find a lot of the newer stuff not very interesting, not very quick moving. Some of it's pointless. A lot of it's pointless, and just not. It's not my style anymore. And I know it comes out in the podcast, but I do try to shine a light on the positive aspects. There's always at least one book that's pretty good, so we end up talking about, whether or not there's one book.
So, Professor, you're telling us you don't like the fact that Marvel Comics has, for example, just decided to turn the superhero books into slice of life books? You don't like that?
No, I mean, look. Here's one of the big things that people complain about all the time is that Marvel Comics, or comics in general, a little too far left, right? A little left leaning, a little liberal, a little preachy, right? They've always been like that. If you look back in the 70s, in the 80s, there have always been politically slanted liberal, and it's just every once in a while someone actually notices that that's what they do, and they trying to send you a message. Some of them are preachy, but they've always been preachy, always.
I mean, wouldn't most superheroes be liberal based on the fact that they're standing up to something, right?
Yeah. Protest, do the right thing, like anti-war,
Establishment.
Anti-establishment. Yeah, it's all that stuff.
And anti-Nigel Smegma over here.
Don't bring me into this, man, because do I think that Marvel needs a lot of improvement? Yes. There's at least 3 or 4 books that I do look forward to every time they come out. At the same time, Daredevil being one of them.
Yeah.
I think with all the bullshit for the last 5-6 years, Daredevil has been consistently good.
Zdarsky's run on Daredevil was really, really good with Giacchetto on art. And then I don't know what happened when he went over to Batman and started doing both. The Daredevil suffered.
I think it suffered, and I'm not enjoying his Batman at all right now.
I haven't even read it.
I've not read the most recent issue with the whole, Joker thing yet, the one that came out this week. But just the Zara stuff is going on too long, and Gotham. I still need to figure out the point on which doll the word Gotham War hurt me.
Yeah, you got me as far as Batman. I haven't read any DC since the pandemic. So yeah, I know, Al. Can you believe it? I haven't read anything DC since the pandemic. And well, because it's to be honest with you, it's so tough.
Wait, I get it now. DC, deadly COVID. That's why you got away from it.
There you go. It just I was focused so much. Did I tell you at the beginning? Not actually before the pandemic, but during the pandemic, I was reading so much Golden and Silver Age stuff, just because that's what we were doing, right? We were sitting at home trying to figure out what to do, and we weren't working. So yeah, I did. I read so much Silver Age stuff. It was crazy. I didn't read a modern comic for like 3 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Uh, so as far as silver and golden, like what stuff were your jam in that department, especially golden, because I love golden age books.
Yeah, Golden Age books. The old Justice Society, the original Marvel comics, Human Torch, Namor. Um, some of those old, the old Golden Age cheesy type characters, like the Angel and the Finn, and some of those. There's some of them weird. Some of them you probably never even heard of, but I like them all. It's just fun.
Yeah. And I got I'm just getting off this really like golden age funny animal kick.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
There's-
And I'm actually starting to get into romance comics for some weird reason.
Yeah, that artists on there, John Romita. That's where John Romita came from, and Kirby and Joe Simon kind of invented the romance comic. So
That they did. Kirby. Can you believe it gets this year is the 30-year anniversary of Kirby's passing?
yeah, it is 30 years.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You know,
30 years goes by really fast in comics. I mean, look at the Spawn, for example. Spawn Toys is celebrating 30 years this year.
I had the first few waves of those Spawn toys, and
Me too.
man,
Same
I
here.
got my first.
they hold
But-
up too.
Yep, and it's Todd's Toys if you got the first one, like the first one before the lawsuit got them pulled off the
Yeah.
shelves. But my whole run was right before it got pulled, so all of mine are Todd's Toys.
I have to go back and look at my clown to see which if it says Todd's Toys or not on it.
Hmm.
I remember you needed like a friggin' survival knife just to get into those things.
Oh hell yeah, bro!
Oh, with that rigid plastic packaging. Oh hell yeah! You need it like a dagger and shit.
Yep.
But they display nice though, with the comic behind it and all. It makes for a great display. You know.
Do you have you have unopened? Do you have an open one, Sal?
No, none of the OGs. None of my OGs are open, but from the first wave. But I got others that are in fact open, and of course, look, non posable really. Let's go to This is an early one. So the Viking Spawn. for
Yeah.
example, you know?
Did the plastic hold up? Did it yellow at all?
I'll show you right now. Let me turn on my camera. Throw myself up there. There we go.
It's a nice looking
Oops.
figure.
Which one is it? Jesus Christ. I remember trying to figure out camera work. Oh, there we go. See?
Oh, that's
See the
sweet.
plastic, and this is OG out the box. It's held. I mean,
Oh, I meant the
I think you actually
pla-
meant the
plastic in the
Oh, the
box.
packaging.
and the
Yeah,
box.
packaging.
All right, hold on. Let me show you that. But you see, though, the figures definitely do stand, though.
Yeah, the
No.
figures look great still.
Yep. Let's see. Oh, ooh, I would grab medieval. I think. Hold on. Maybe not. I put that bad boy up there. Good, but no, the plastic holds up well. You know what I mean? Because all it
Yeah.
needs is a wipe. It's just a little dirt, but mines have not yellowed. Holy shit! Making me look at it. Yeah, they haven't yellowed.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of like in the box Spawn figures that the plastic's kind of aged a bit.
Yeah, no, mine's are nice and clear for sure. You could come up here when you
That
come to
could
the
be
crib, bro.
depending when they were when and how they were stored too. I mean,
See, the only one I have a problem with is my clown because it looks like with inside the packaging, the drumstick, the club he had got loose.
Oh,
I actually
It's
think that's
falling
common with that because I've had a couple where they weren't loose, but I've seen a lot of them where the club's been loose too.
Yeah, mine's. Wait, we talking about Spawn? Don't make me come on. That's Calamity Collectibles giving you a shout out right there. Let me get.
Calamity. All right. Hello. Did we freeze?
yeah, I know. We're here. I'm here.
Hey, But
You
did you
did it
see the
free.
Stan Lee documentary?
Which documentary? I'm sorry.
The Stan Lee documentary, the fluff piece on Disney Plus.
I started watching it, and it seemed like it was all stuff that I've seen before, so I shut it off. But yeah, I mean, I mean, a fluff piece. That's about right, right? I mean, because it's basically, um, the suck and stand stick for.
Yeah, basically, Kirby did nothing. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Hey, can you bring up the cap picture, please? Since it's one of my favorite runs of Captain America of all time.
Oh, the Kirby run.
Yeah.
This was after Englehart left the book and
Yep.
Kirby came back on. That was your favorite run on Captain America?
From that era, yes.
With Kirby writing and drawing?
Yep.
I'm sorry, dude. That's
no, it was the first time I discovered back issues of Cap as a kid.
Yeah.
So I was picking up like the Grunwald stuff.
Yeah.
And this like around the same time period.
That's where I started.
Grunwald's the man. That's it.
I started Captain America right at the beginning of the Grunwald run, and went back and I bought a lot of back issues of Captain America over the next few years, and so yeah, I guess we probably started reading around the same time.
Yeah, mid 80s.
Yeah, 84, 85, Secret Wars.
Yep. So getting back to my Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, what do you think started the whole feud? Because it seems like there's so bad blood to like this very day.
Well, yeah, I mean the feud really it's someone taking a lot of the credit and not giving the person that should get at least half the credit any credit. And Kirby starts really late in trying to say, "Hey, I was here too," but I always looked at it like this way, right? Stan Lee's the circus, the ringmaster, right? He's the one that's out there, come on in, and Kirby is Oz. He's the man behind the curtain. So you never really, you see everything that he's done and all the magic that he created, and he's always behind the curtain. You never really see him, and he never gets the credit, never takes it. And I think he started way too late trying to take credit for these creations of his. And of course, now, I mean, he gets way more credit now than he ever did. And the argument now is, I think, too little, too late. And it's tough because I think Kirby, Lee couldn't have done anything on his own. Kirby could have, in my opinion. Kirby,
100.
yeah, Kirby created basically all the major characters in Marvel before.
Let's not forget the work he did before he even came to Marvel. I mean, he created whole genres of of comics. I mean, the romance comic was his idea initially.
Yeah, I mean, and Fantastic Four was just Challengers of the Unknown. That was, he just repurposed them and added Sue. And to Kirby's credit, Kirby leaves Marvel in 71 and goes and creates his Fourth World stuff over DC, which, arguably, nobody can take that away from Jack. And DC gave Jack all the credit in the world. But he goes in there and he Marvelizes DC, changes the way they do things. And, and it's just, to me, Kirby was just such a creative mind. And like, he couldn't not create something new wherever he went. Whatever he did, it was always new. It was always relatively original, except for towards the end where I think he just kind of got stuck in the past. But
like I said, he was creating right up to the end. Al, if you bring up the Captain Glory #1, I find this stuff in the 50-cent bins all the time and just buy them. The Secret City Saga.
Yeah. And this was right towards. This is what early '90s. So like right before the end, right? So
Yep, he was like 93.
yeah, yeah, and he retired. He retired from art uh, pretty late. So it was just the amount of the amount of stuff he created, even without Lee. You have to give the edge to Kirby when it comes to creativity. Lee was, but he couldn't have done it. He wouldn't have been anything without Stan.
Yeah, Stan, to me, Stan was the showman.
Yeah, Stan was the one that sold it. No one would have bought it. So
once again, as someone who, for a while, Stan Lee was the Ric Flair of comic books. Towards the end, making appearances.
Oh man,
Stan,
wait.
There you go. There's a good analogy. Stanley's the Ric Flair. Kirby's the Arn Anderson. He's the worker. He's the one that just looks great, the great technical guy, and Lee's the showman.
Yep.
And Brian Adam is the Adrian Adonis of comics.
Shut up. Adrian Adonis. One of the stupidest gimmicks in all of professional fucking wrestling. I'm a flower man.
Go to the flower shop.
Even though that match in Mania 3 against Piper was pretty sweet.
Yeah, not for nothing though. Doesn't Calamity look like Adrian Adonis? You put him a blonde wig on Calamity, he look just like him.
Well,
maybe
that Adonis Piper feud for WrestleMania 3 would not stand up today because Adonis would be the face and Piper would be the heel. It would be the whole
today's age.
Gay bashing
he would
angle.
never have been. He would have been like a major face in today's reality.
Yep, that's funny.
The good days of wrestling.
The WrestleMania 3. That was my first WrestleMania.
I've been watching old school wrestling on YouTube. They got like the full matches, old school. I've been watching the Royal Rumbles.
I've been watching every Royal Rumble from like '88.
Oh, so you too, bro?
Sounds like holy shit! They got the full match. It's not cut. It's the full Royal Rumble match. I'm like,
the full shit, yo.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I have Peacock, so I have them all. I can watch them anytime I want.
The professor got the cock, so he don't need nothing else.
Yeah, professor. Yeah. Okay, we clip that for future promos. Like I said, but hopefully one of my bucket interviews will eventually get done, which is Miss Hero Kirby for Heroes herself, Gillian Kirby.
I thought it was the professor. I thought that's
no, the professor and all my fellow comic crusaders, he was at the top of the list.
Hey, look at that! Even before me, bud.
No,
I really want to talk to me.
The pleasure of being with you every week.
the pleasure or the horror? It all depends, right?
Yeah, the professor's awesome, man. It's either that or
Do you even know how we even met, man? Like the professor, it was awesome. It was through a guy named Ken Lipson, an artist, and he goes, "Yo, I have this guy I know that likes comics. I like what you do. I think he might, bring some value to you guys." And luckily enough, he lived in Mass.
Yeah.
And he came on board, and he was one of my first Crusaders I got to meet in person. At a convention. Remember, was it the Northeast or some shit?
Northeast, yeah, Northeast.
Was that the conventions that were held up in Boston?
North of Boston.
Yeah. North.
Yeah, this is what I went to college in Rhode Island.
Oh, what college?
Johnson Wells.
Oh, okay.
What? Don't see well? College? What?
Johnson and Wales. That's a.
It's the culinary and
culinary school. Yeah.
Holy shit! That's how he got blind, bro. He was too much fish and rubbed his eye.
That would explain a lot because the culinary part of the college, the rest of the colleges, they're fucking guinea pigs.
Yo, bro, the only way I would fucking eat if you were cooking is if I have a fireman's outfit on.
Okay, go to Webster and cook Al a beautiful chicken farm dinner, which I make very well.
You could use the chickens from across the street that fucking chase me every morning.
No, thank you. You know,
Literally, chickens chase me in the morning. They live across the street.
They chase you.
Bro, they're thug chickens. They're the bullies of the hood. And then there's one duck amongst them.
All
It's
chickens and
hysterical.
one duck. Does the duck think he's a chicken?
I guess so, cause he chills with them like family, boy, like a bodyguard. It's funny though. All the chickens are brown and black, and the duck is white. You say okay. You say okay. What's going on here? The white guy's in security this time.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
mess with the duck.
I'll
I
take
get
a picture so you can see that I'm not fucking with you guys. I'll take a picture one of these days.
I've gotten chased by turkeys before. That they're no joke.
No, I ain't fucking with the turkeys. Mike
Yeah.
warned me about
I'm
those,
not,
and I seen
I'm
them.
not fucking with geese and or pigeons or any kind of birds.
But Adam, which way would you know how to run?
I,
You need to do this. You're
What?
gonna be like Daredevil with shit with radar.
That's why I just need to feed the fuckers bread. They'll stop. They'll stop whatever they're doing for stale Wonder Bread.
So listen, Adam, you have a man here that handles old school comics and Marvel comics. You gotta ask him on those across those lanes because people gotta be checking out these shows that drop every 2 weeks. I mean, a new old time is coming out next week.
Yeah, got a no prize and old timers coming out next
All
week.
right, so as far as like old school Marvel goes, you know,
Yeah.
if you had to take some of these new kids who are getting everything from the MCU, where would you direct them to start reading?
Mm.
Where would I direct it? Like
And
kids that have been.
I'll use an example because I you know, since it looks like they're going to start focusing more on street level.
Yeah.
You know, let's use Daredevil as an example.
Yep. Well, and I'll tell you. So, my son is 22, and just in the last couple of years, he discovered comics. Not, believe it or not, he hadn't read comics. Everything he knew was from TV and video games. No matter what I tried to do, he just wouldn't read. Period. Not just comics, any books. But after he graduated high school, he decides he picks up a couple of books here and there, decides to read comics, and now that's what he does. Adam, he asks me every week, what should I read? What should I, tell me something good. So, he's gone through all the Claremont X-Men, which is where you start, right? You start with the Phoenix Saga, Claremont
Of
Byrne
course.
run on X-Men.
I actually think that some of the stuff right before the Phoenix Saga doesn't get enough love.
Oh yeah, so the Cockrum was great before Byrne came on. The Cockrum Claremont was really good too. There was a lot of good characters that debuted that I think Byrne kind of gets some of the credit for, but it was really Cockrum, like the Starjammers.
Yeah.
And then right now, Frank Miller's Daredevil run really is what stands up especially after my son read Dark Knight, Frank Miller's Batman. I said go read some of Frank Miller's Daredevil because it's just as good. John Byrne on Fantastic Four has one of my guilty pleasures. I love Byrne on anything that he did.
Yes, I just actually reread the Man of Steel miniseries and forgotten how good that was. I also think that John Byrne's Hulk is kind of underrated.
Yeah, but he wasn't on the Hulk that long.
Yeah, I mean, from what he was on it, it was short, but it was good.
Yeah, he had a run on Captain America that was only like 6 or 7 issues long with Roger Stern. That was really, really good. And then,
was that around that time period where they had that one issue where they wanted the cover with Cap running for president?
Yep, that was Byrne. That was a good run. Anyway.
Sorry about that.
No problem. There's all that old school stuff. Of course, Lee and Kirby's Fantastic Four run is untouched. Other than Ditko and Lee's Spider-Man.
See, this is when I'm in the minority because I think for me, Spider-Man doesn't start to Romita.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean, I think Ramita was a step up art wise, but I think Ditko had a style all his own that didn't really pan out in anything else that I ever read that he did. But Ditko on Spider Man, I mean, it's kind of a classic look for me. And of course, all those. I mean, Spider Man's got arguably the greatest rogues gallery in the history of comics.
second only the Batman.
Well, we can argue about that because because like I tend to like Spider-Man's villains better.
No,
But
I say I'm agreeing with you with there. I say that if you had to pick the three greatest rogues galleries in comic books, they would be. No,
Batman
Batman would be third for me because it would be Spider-Man, then the Flash.
and the Flash. Yep, we're in agreement. Top three. So
Yeah, even because me, what I love about the Flash's rogues is they're more like a family of misfits.
Yeah.
Versus like if you go over to Gotham City, they're gonna cut each other's throats the first chance they get.
Yeah, and they're and all of Batman's villains are crazy, and the Flash's villains aren't really crazy.
They're more just like a group of sophisticated, bank robbers who just.
They're burglars.
They'll help nobody across the street, but then they'll go and rob the bank.
They're they're kind of campy the way the Adam West Batman show was campy. Flash's villains are all kind of like in that lane, in the 60s Batman show.
Yeah. And that's why I'm surprised they've transferred the modern times the way they have in certain aspects.
Yeah, well, I thought the Flash's rogues kind of they were great in the '60s, and then you didn't really see them for a long time. And then I think that when Jeff Johns came on the book in the early '90s, really kind of turned up the heat on the rogues, reinvented a lot of them, and introduced more. That was a great run on Flash when he was on.
Oh yeah. So speaking of the 66 Batman, what do you think is if you had to be stuck watching either that or the 50s Superman, what would it be?
Oh, well, I mean, it's the 60s Batman all the way. But the Adventures of Superman with George Reeves, that was kind of my gateway drug to superheroes in general. I used to watch that show on reruns. Back when we only got 2 channels. So I loved Superman. I've seen every episode of that show.
I've seen almost every episode at least twice, and now I'm discovering the radio show because iHeartRadio has an entire channel just devoted to the Adventures of Superman.
Really? I didn't know that.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
I was hungover one day. I was just like, I told my Echo Dot to play the Adventures of Superman, and it popped up with the old school Pep commercials and the whole 9 yards. So I was happy about that.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
So that's what he does when he's drunk. He starts talking to his Amazon product. Hey, baby, find this for me.
I told you never to talk about that on camera. Yes. Add 3 dozen boxes of funny buns to cart now.
Trying to tell Alexa to do things to you, and it says playing Adventures of Superman.
No. It goes. It would be like, I'm not sure about that. Is its answer to everything? Because I was surprised when this one started texting me about Smegma. It actually gave me the actual definition and then gave me the infamous. I'm not sure about that.
Now he wants a bottle of that smell so he could get all the ladies.
Oh,
Yeah. How do you deal with him in person, man? Because I almost beat the shit out of him twice at conventions.
I scared the shit out of him once, and the other one time I pinched him on his leg like he didn't see me coming, bro.
No,
He
that
turned
was the
red like
time
a tomato, bro.
New York Comic Con. Still waking up. I'm on line waiting for people. And all of a sudden, I got this pinch in the back of my leg. You're lucky I did not kick you square in the balls. You're lucky that security guard who's there all weekend in that particular spot who wanted to do his job beyond the best of his ability.
Oh, and congrats, Adam. Congrats on your gender reveal today. That you're basically been a woman all your life because
Shut up!
your penis is actually a
Shut
large
up!
clit.
Hey, Captain Poopy Pants, close your mangina. No one, it's okay. It's okay. You come out from behind the Christmas presents you left there last month, all right?
Says the man is looking for skid-proof underwear.
You're the one who was telling me about it.
You told me you want stuff with filters because you don't know when it's coming out.
That would be great for events, but when at times, but that's another story.
Yo, bro, I like how your wig looks today. You fixed it a little bit though. Move it to the left.
Yeah, all right.
He goes to the same toupee guy as Trump, I guess.
Whatever. But speaking of America and stuff, when does the term "the American way" get incorporated into the Superman mythos?
So truth, justice, in the American way.
Yeah.
That was actually not until World War II and Superman's radio show that was on, and that's they did that because the radio show was being broadcast to the troops over in Germany, and so truth, justice, in the American way was what Superman started fighting for in order to keep morale up among the troops. So it didn't start in the comics, didn't start on TV.
It wasn't. So it was the radio show, and it didn't start with the drug use.
Oh, good, Adam.
Nope,
I thought you didn't see that your dildo fell. Good.
Yeah, you see, it's not a dildo. Because you're the dildo. You see that? It's Mountain Dew.
Oh man, well that is. That's how big you need them. Holy shit, bro! It has been discovered, folks. The truth has come out in 2024.
Actually, you could probably use this as a dildo. You know what?
And folks,
I'm not gonna get because if I do it, I don't want to get kicked off YouTube. Al, if you want to, with a soda bottle on Awesome Sauce Radio, by all means, the things that you think of, man.
All I want to say is this: just to promote, your upcoming channel. Adam is looking to scissor with a midget for his first OnlyFans. Please send referrals to Rabbi Smegma at awesomesauceradio.com.
I'm going to kill you.
I kind of know why you're not on camera on here, Al.
Somebody's using a voice mimicker. This is not Al Mega.
Cool.
Al Smegma? Al Smegma?
Oh, shit. Yeah. I'm related to Rabbi Nigel over here. We're brothers. I'm actually.
He's one of my, what do they call them? Like my apostles or something?
Hey, come on, bro. We got to go to fucking the synagogue tomorrow. Chill, bro.
You know what? I don't know. Only my top bottom bitch is allowed to go to synagogue with me. I don't know if you're up at that level yet.
Oh shit, that's fucked up. Fucked up, bro. That's all right, bro. Watch what happens to you at the next convention.
Yeah. Is that a threat? You threatening at me?
Listen, bro. When Bud comes with me, it's a rap, bro. He's the muscle at the con, bro.
Yeah.
They call him the professor because he has personal beatings.
Yeah.
But what is the convention scene like in New England nowadays? I haven't been to a New England convention since I almost died at Boston Comic Con 2016.
Oh, geez. There's one really, really good one. I'm partial to the cons that actually have creators there, artists and writers. I don't like I don't like the cons that are just flat out come see the celebrities because
Uh,
it's not a con to me.
I'll say it
Um,
for you. I'll say
yeah,
it for you. So, Alter Reality, is an example of a signature mill. Mitch Halleck, however, from Terrificon, that's who Bud is talking about, I'm sure, because
yeah,
great show, awesome creators, fun time, and it's in a casino, so you're not gonna get
Oh, you
bored.
mean Mitch Alec, Terrificon?
yeah.
The
Amazing
convention
show.
that's held in that wannabe Las Vegas piece of crap, Mohican Sun Hotel?
That's
That's
a
a
great
wannabe
show.
Las Vegas, man. If I ever saw one in my entire life.
It's
Uh,
Connecticut. What do you want? But it's fun times.
yeah,
But
I mean,
the only reason I can't stand it because, God forbid, if you hit traffic on 95 on a Greyhound,
oh
getting up
yeah,
there like I did one year.
So get a car, bro. Start driving, Adam. What's stopping you from driving?
You want to pick? All right, this is what we'll do. You let me drive your car, what you just got.
I'll beat your ass. I'll give you a Tesla. They drive themselves, but you fuck that up.
I don't know. All right, so Rhode Island kind of sucked for years. I have no problem saying that.
Yeah, it's
so
not good.
I did not make Fan Expo Boston last year, even though I heard Alice. You said it kind of sucked.
Oh, bro, I couldn't listen. Fan Expo was actually so packed. We couldn't find parking in the parking lot. They expected us to park blocks away from the place where it's being held. I'm like, I'm not walking all this shit with my equipment in the rain. You know what I mean? There's no van service or trolley, something at least take you to the door. Because it's a long ass walk. I'm like, nah, I'm not
yeah.
doing this. So they definitely didn't plan properly for that, and they lost my presence there. I got the ticket and all. Me and my boy went, nope. The only one I'm looking forward to, folks, I don't know if you're aware of this, in Hartford, in March, the first indie comic creator con in Connecticut.
It's in Hartford.
Yep, it's actually in a college, and let's see what's popping. How that creative list is working up. I hope to have the showrunner on Comic Crew podcast to discuss the show and hopefully see what that market's looking like, especially for indies. And yeah, but look at it, I have the logo on the Comic Crusaders website, so check out the website. You can press and find out what the tickets are. I believe it's just a 1 day show.
Nice.
Well, but I'll shout out Terrificon right now because that's my favorite con every year. There's always the A-list creators, all of them. They're always there. They're great to run into. If you've ever had an interaction with like a creator outside of the con, I mean, I had a beer with Garth Ennis a couple of years ago because we ran into each other in the bar, and so he let me buy him a drink, and we just talked Preacher and the boys for a half an hour.
Nice.
That's awesome. The last time I was at Terrificon was pre-pandemic, so it would have been 19.
Yeah, so it's since it came back, it's so great. Mitch, he totally focuses on creators. There are celebrities there now, but they're not.
I actually really like. I think he goes out to get celebrities that he thinks that his audience will enjoy, and he's a fan of himself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because this year there's the theme on the celebrities I've already seen is he's had a couple of actually one Doctor Who announcement, which makes me feel like there's going to be a bunch of Doctor Who guests, and they've already announced Jim Lee is coming.
Yeah, that's the one that made me. I'm going to try to get some help. I may actually set up this year, which I haven't done since in many years.
Yeah, so Lee is coming. Claremont's coming back again this year. This
Mark Wade,
third year
there.
Yeah, Mark
Wade, Capullo, Snyder, Howard Shakin, Jason Aaron, Brian Azzarello, Mark Bagley, Charles Soule, Steve Apting, Tim Seeley, Stephanie Phillips,
Yep.
Dean Haspiel, Des Taylor, awesome.
Yep.
Marty Keene, oh shit, but Des Taylor's pretty. Johnny would love to meet this guy in person. He loves that Scarlet Couture. Awesome. Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
It's
what a
great.
lineup so far.
And if you're a wrestling fan, he's got Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
We got the other two members of the
Yeah.
AEW roster he's got in there. I didn't
Now,
remember.
let's talk about. Bud did mention that they, are working on getting celebrity, guests. That's what they do, right? They
Yep.
got Michael Rooker, Nolan North, voice actor. He's been
Oh.
Cyclops and Superboy on the
He was also Deadpool.
Justice. Yeah, Samoa Joe is going to be there.
Yep.
The Doctor Who person that professor was talking about, Sylvester McCoy.
Yep. He's like the 5th or 6th Doctor or something like that. I can't remember.
I wouldn't know. It's not my thing. Hey, if you enjoy that,
Johnny would know. Johnny would know.
Yeah, he definitely would, because we were talking to Pat Mills earlier this week, about his new book, Page Turners. Like, if you are wanting to be a comic book writer, let me tell you, man, Pat got some insight for you, and some honest insight at that. And he drops names, which he's gangster. he don't give a shit.
Nice. Yeah, so I might actually make it up to Terrific Con this year.
You should.
I'll buy you a beer.
And fresh pounds on me. Make it up there. I want to see what my buddies who normally does all the vehicles for Mitch, to see if they're actually doing it this year.
So, Professor, what's happening this year for No Prize Podcast? And the one show that you haven't spoken about yet, that you haven't explained, the Old Timers comic book show, which when it drops again every 2 weeks, and people seem to really be attracted to what you guys are doing there. Honestly, not because it's on our platform, but honestly, I see great numbers on that, and I see people connecting. Talk about that show, and why do you think people connect with it?
Well, I think the passion on Old Timers between Johnny and I and 13th Crusader really comes out because we're all around the same age, and we all started reading comics around the same age. So we all have our favorite areas. I'm the Marvel guy. 13th Crusader and Johnny love DC, and I think we love standing on our opinions and picking books that I think that the other one will like, or maybe like Johnny always picks something I've never read, which to me is great because I love reading things, especially old things. And we have one rule on Old Timers is that the book on the podcast has to be 25 years old or more. And the fun always begins in January when we get to welcome the new year that we get to talk about. So we just did 1994 last week. So it was all the things in 1994 that we enjoyed right off the gate. So it's great when we get to start talking about newer, well, not really newer, but 30-year-old books. But
new to the new generation.
Yeah, but I love to spread the knowledge and educate more about what's good and what I love. And that's something I don't really get to do on No Prize, but I love to do on Old Timers, and nobody can carry a conversation and keep me going like Johnny and Mike. 13th Crusader is just is fantastic. And if you've never played Comic Jeopardy with 13th Crusader,
fuck his fucking Jeopardies. Fuck, bro. Listen, Rabbi, you have no idea here. This guy creates some of the toughest effing Jeopardy. I normally at least would get one question right. I got blanked at my last appearance on TDC.
So so when I want to get a couple girls and play naked comic book trivia, I can consult him on the questions.
Oh yeah, these girls are gonna have to be pros in comic book knowledge to know answers, because let me tell you, you will definitely get them stripped down and more, bro. You're gonna be scissoring all night, my brother.
Was it one of my favorite stories was when 13th Crusader did a Jeopardy with Chuck Dixon and Graham Nolan, right?
Oh, he fucked up on.
And
Talk
he
about
Wait,
had
that.
a
he
he
stumped
had he had a
Listen,
Dixon and Nolan.
he had
listen.
Dixon and Nolan on his Jeopardy, and he had a whole category that was all just Chuck Dixon's work, and Chuck Dixon zeroed his category.
His own category.
He didn't know any
He's
of
like,
his own
I did
stuff.
that. He's like, I did that shit. Oh my god, yo, that's crazy. Hysterical.
Was it stuff that Chuck just wants to forget about at this point in his career too?
No, it was what it was all like Batman stuff, like stuff that he did, stuff that you should be proud of, and it was just so funny to listen to. And
But I will say one thing on Chuck though. Recently, and shame on him, sharing a false picture of some fake lines from a comic book. That Tom Taylor had to be like, Chuck, this is actually how the panel looks like. Because I guess somebody changed the verbiage on the panel to really make it look very woke. And the panel had nothing to do with that, you know? But Tom Taylor was like thanking him anyway, even though the tweet was kind of homophobic from Dixon's part.
huh,
It was just funny. But you gotta see this. It's funny shit going on with what he's doing.
did
But yeah,
Chuck
you know.
did Chuck know about the? I mean, if he did,
Well,
if
I guess it got sent to him, and he commented on it like, "Oh, this is what you want to buy in comics nowadays," but it wasn't even a real panel. You know what I mean? So
how many
you gotta
creators?
research these things.
See, I'm gonna defend Chuck here. I know a lot of creators, and 99% of them don't read the current stuff. They don't read
Yeah,
they don't read anything they don't write.
yeah, I agree. I agree, but at least a little bit more research because even when you see the panel he shared, it's like, damn, that should look a little bit too weird, too blatant. Nah, it can't be. Even when I read it, I'm like, nah, and I'm happy that I read through the thread and I saw Tom Taylor respond like, this is what the panel said. This is
Yeah,
how it looks like. Like, oh, okay. But he still say, yo, thank you for bringing attention to the book. You know what I mean? I love what you did on Nightwing. You know?
yeah. Well,
That's it,
Nightwing
you
is
know.
one of my
But
favorite
but
books in the
people are
book.
like, oh, why Tom Taylor thanked him? You should have argued with him. Like, no, why? He just corrected the mistake and thank us for the work. Boo boos and boo
well,
boos,
well,
folks.
you know, we've complained over the last several years, like you said, about politics in comics, and that's what we like about Comic Crusaders is we're decidedly neutral, right? And
Yeah,
what we do, we talk about what we love, whether we liked it or whether we hated it.
yeah,
It has nothing to do with what's going on in politics today, what's going on
a
in
hundred.
certain groups or certain people don't like this book. It's hey, did we like it? Let's talk about it. And what
Yeah,
didn't we like? And there's no hate. That's what I love about this
instruct us.
this site. Yeah. It-
Like,
it-
this is probably what I love about Crusaders. It's probably
Thank you,
one
brother.
of the most neutral sites and one of the most neutral comic book communities in the entire internet.
Mhm.
They try to
Uh,
change us and make me try to sway and pick sides, but nah, yo, why? Stop this nonsense. You know what?
Yeah.
Create beautiful work, keep us entertained. How about that? And don't worry about what the next person is doing. Worry about your project and make it the best possible project in the whole
Yep.
world. Let's go.
And
And
actually, if more people adopted that philosophy, I think we would have a strong, healthy comic book market again.
and Adam, you know what I think? I think for the majority of comic book fans out there are just like me and you and Al. We just want good comic book stories,
Yes.
and we want like I want to show you what I like, and I want you to like it too. But if you don't like it, that's okay.
Right?
You know that
know,
it's everybody has a genre that they love, a certain style of book that they like. Of course everybody likes to see themselves represented in their comics, but that's not what makes the comic.
Exactly.
I'm not reading a comic. I'm not gonna go out and pick up Iceman because he's gay now. It's not a reason for me to pick it up.
Yeah.
I'll pick it up. I'll pick up Iceman if I think Iceman's a cool character. Ha ha ha.
Yep.
But you know, it's not a selling point for me. If I'm going to pick up Ms. Marvel, I'm going to pick up Ms. Marvel because I like the book, not necessarily because I identify or don't identify with her ethnicity. It is what it is.
no,
Yeah.
I agree. To me, I mean, the comic books and the sci-fi to escape the real world, not to have
Yep.
real world problems rubbed in my face, and that's the reason why. I mean, use the Arrowverse for an example. The reason why I think the Arrowverse sucked towards the end, or why some of these Marvel shows don't gel, is because they're trying too hard to, get pander to everyone and wind up doing a horrible job of pandering to no one at the same time.
Don't talk about Arrow, man. Felicity crying almost every damn episode, and then when they complained about that, they started making Barry Allen cry in every episode of Flash.
Oh yeah, I was like, and I'm sure that was so in the writing. Go, okay, let's see how can we fuck this up even more to get people to bitch at that point.
See, talking TV, let me ask the professor here, being a Marvel guy, right?
Sure, yeah.
How
sure.
do you feel about the interpretation in the MCU, via Disney of our characters, that we've seen, the recent shows, the Echoes, the Scarlet Witch.
So-
How do you feel about these shows?
Okay, I think they were largely hit or miss, Al, and it's a. I'll tell you, Echo, I thought was a good show, except it wasn't Echo. If that
It wasn't.
It wasn't, because Echo is supposed to be Taskmaster, right? So her power set is I can mimic any fighting style that I see.
Mimicry.
Yeah, that's her power. This show actually went really down the rabbit hole when it came to the Choctaw tribe and their legends, right? And that was something that just was not reflected in the comic book at all. So I didn't like the show because every scene was slowed down because they signed the whole time and they talked. I don't know if you even saw it, Al, but
oh yeah, I saw. Yeah, it was.
Actually,
It
that's
definitely
the
was
only
me.
thing where I'm kind of like, I was really impressed with the amount of signing that they did, and as someone who's dated a deaf person, as someone who has many deaf friends, I thought that was a beautiful achievement.
yeah. Well,
So how did you let them know that it was in?
It was a little distracting.
yeah.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, when your lead actress is mutant deaf, can also totally understand that at the same time.
Well, I would just say, like, what the distracted, like, that's kind of how I explained myself throughout the show was I was distracted because I had to read it, I had to watch it, and I had to watch them sign. And I think it could have saved the show if in the first scene someone was signing to her and she said, "It's okay, I can read lips," and then I would have been fine, because then they could have just talked to her. And
yeah, that's true as well. But you count yourself lucky that you didn't have to watch the show in audio description, because having to listen to a second audio track with them describing everything to you.
Oh my God!
It's like every little thing was like, okay.
It's crazy. It tells them how the air smells. If it smells like shit.
Yeah, no, I'll be honest.
As soon as he hears the line, as soon as he hears the line, it smells like shit. Adam just scratches his ass and starts smelling his fingers.
Oh man, I swear you have to get some therapy for your anal obsession that you have. You have an obsession. You have an obsession with feces, and I'm getting concerned, man.
All right, coming from Rabbi Nigel Smegma, folks.
As far as the other as far as the other Disney shows, I actually thought Ms. Marvel was great. I loved it, and I love Iman Vellani as Ms. Marvel. I think
that's
she's
the only one I like.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
and no, I thought
she is, but she's also one of us.
Yeah, well, she is, and that she's like legit.
Yeah, she's a real comic book fan. So,
yeah, I loved What If,
Mm.
and I liked She-Hulk. Everybody else thinks She-Hulk was terrible. I thought She-Hulk was really good, and I thought it translated the Byrne run of She-Hulk uh, in the Dan Slott run of She-Hulk. I thought it did really rather well.
I think She-Hulk got a little bit of a bad rap. It was a funny courtroom thing in the vein of Night Court.
It
It was
wasn't my thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was exactly what it was supposed to be. I thought it translated the comic very well, but I don't know if that translated well to the audience that has never read a She-Hulk book. So that's where I kind of think it might have fallen off the tracks a bit. I thought Moon Knight was not good.
But it sucked. It sucked.
Yeah, I, I look for the positives. I won't say it sucked. I will say that it was not good. So.
Ms. Marvel for me was the best one out of all the new ones that have come out. But I enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
love the history part, the humor, the family, everything. And yeah, the girl kicked ass for real. I think that's the best one that's come out. I
Yeah.
don't give a shit what anyone says. That's
They-
the one for me that
Well,
I enjoyed.
they changed her powers slightly and they turned her into a mutant. But hey,
Yeah, but I mean they're doing that at least. But isn't it crazy how that's not what the books were, but now the books, go along with what the movies are doing because now they're doing that in the books.
The thing about those books is the actors playing the characters actually writing those books.
if she wrote a word of that book, I'll eat my hat.
I think she really did.
Look, you know what? He already ate it because he doesn't have it one on now.
No, I'm just I'm saying they put her name on the book. I'm sure
Yeah.
they probably consulted her. And
Input.
yeah, they got
I
her input.
think she wrote it and she had help with a ghostwriter, just like a lot of other people did.
But that's what Bud's trying to say. At the end of the day, you had someone that knows how to fucking set up. Again, you telling me that she has time to know how to create a comic book? That shit ain't easy, yo.
And she's never written shit before either. So
yeah, no, I was saying that they probably teamed her up with a ghostwriter.
Yep, she did the Stan Lee, and the homie was the Kirby. She acted it out. This is what I like to see. All right,
Yeah.
bet.
Yeah. That's probably what happened. But hey, I'm not taking it away from her, man. She's a threat now, right? She's gonna write. She'll probably write more comics. She's gonna. Can you imagine if she ever shows up at a con as a guest? People are gonna be all over.
What? That line will be around the block, man.
Yeah.
But that's nice to see that we get, it happened to be a female to be out there, 'cause I understand there was a part in the movie where she actually told the director, Nick Fury wouldn't say that, know, and that's what showed her fan. I'm like, oh shit. All
She
right,
was
well,
calling.
she wouldn't say that.
She
What
was
you mean?
she was calling Feige out. She was calling Feige out over what was. Oh, and Marvel's I think Nick Fury said the 616.
Yeah.
And she said the MCU is not the 616. I was like, you go, girl.
Yeah, which is true. It's true. It's not. It's not 616. Don't get. If you do that, you're really gonna piss everybody off because it's not 616. Stop it.
Even across the Spider-Verse confirmed that it's not the 616 because the first thing Spidey 29 says is, "Don't get me started on that nerd from Earth 19, whatever the fuck they designated the MCU."
Yep.
But the professor, where can my audience find you online, sir?
Well, I mean, you can follow me on Twitter at Semberfrost with 2 T's. And you can also follow us at No Prize Podcast. And we're on Facebook too, No Prize Podcast.
And also, old timers, you go on X at OL_book for the old timers comic book show.
Yeah. Yeah, you should definitely check out Old Timers.
Yeah. Again, new show dropping this week on Wednesday on New Comic Book Day. On New Comic Book Day, you're gonna hear talk about old stuff.
Yep.
Nice.
The good stuff. The good stuff.
Ooh. Yeah. Get your syringes ready because you're about to get higher on what OT got. Let me tell you, because it's always some gems. And it's true. I have the pleasure of supplying the books this week. So I always love when I get to supply the books because it's just like the Professor said, at times I get put onto shit that I have not seen before. Like, oh, okay.
Isn't it always awesome when there's something from the past you have not seen before?
I love seeing covers I even haven't seen from runs that I like, and I love my Conan run, but I haven't seen every cover. And sometimes I see some covers that people post. I'm like, holy shit, I need this fucking issue. Of course I do. I'm trying to finish the run, but man, I'm excited to get my whole run done on Conan. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I think I'm at about a third, a quarter through it right now. A quarter in it.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, I'm getting there.
You know,
And my savages too. Oh, oh, do you know that Titan Comics is releasing a Savage Sword of Conan magazine size again? Black and white too?
Really? I did not know
Yes,
that.
they're going old school. So let's do it, folks. Support that, yo. Because if that hits off, maybe we start getting some monsters unleashed and some shit, some cool monster stuff, like back in the day.
Al, there's a comic shop that just opened across the street from my work up in Boston.
Oh
and
shit.
and they have all kinds of the stuff that you and 13 would love. Treasury editions, black and white
Oof.
mag,
I love those old school treasuries.
everything.
Oof.
So you're going to have to come visit me at work someday. We'll take a walk across the street.
Oh, absolutely. We got get some lunch, get some comic books, and that's how the bros hang out. All right.
Yeah.
You know what?
And you know what?
When the
I
weather
got my
gets warmer,
Conan
I'll
treasuries.
gladly coming. We can definitely do a field trip. You know, Al, how far are you from Providence? This way we can go visit an old,
Dude, I am
an old
45.
haunt of mine.
Dude,
We'll do
either
an
way,
episode live. We'll do an episode Awesome Sauce Radio.
either Providence or
live
Boston.
from Foxy Lady.
I'm only an hour. Actually no. We could go to Mario's, but I had a blast at Mario's by me. I'll tell you that much. Shout out
That's
to the
a-
shorties over there.
Dude, you could walk to Mario's from where you are.
Yeah, but I drove because just in case, you know what's going on. I'm going there,
Yeah.
just, by myself. No one got
We,
my
we,
back.
we
Let
can
me
go to
tell you,
Rhode
bro.
Island and see if the shittiest pizza in all of America is still open out there.
There's more.
You know what?
Did you know there's more strip clubs per capita in Providence than anywhere else in the country?
Oh,
Hell
really?
yeah!
Oh, I gotta hit Providence.
I've probably been to all of them.
But how could you not tell me this? And I went on a trip by myself to local. I could have gone, and shit it away from home.
Oh, because the girls are better looking everywhere else.
Oh, really? Somebody said that, and I was very happy with where I was at over here.
There's
at
some
Mario's.
jank looking girls in Providence, I'll tell you.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Something tells me in 20 years it hasn't changed much.
Yeah, Adam, the strip club king.
Yeah, no, I college interned at the Foxy Lady.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Interned. What the hell were you? What the hell were you interning? Well, you
I
were
was
just
in there. I
picking
interned
up the
in their
dirty
marketing
panties.
department. I
In
interned in their marketing department back in 2001.
Oh, he was the one. He was the one sending out signed tampons and shit. For the
No,
store.
I was like they were showing me how to like book special events.
And how to dance on the pole,
shit
right?
like that.
You danced on a
it was
Saturday
awesome.
night, didn't you? Hey,
That's
Rabbi Smegma, didn't you dance on the pole one Saturday night?
Hells no. They did put me in that boxing ring one night though.
Oh shit!
Like the boxing ring downstairs.
Oh,
They
that's
got-
how you lost your vision. He got punched in the face so hard.
I was in the boxing ring once too.
Yeah, I mean those girls don't play in that fucking.
Wait a minute, talk to me about. Wait a minute, muchachos. What are we talking about here? What boxing ring? What's going
There's
on
a
here?
so the Foxy Lady has a boxing ring, and generally it's for like bachelor parties or whatever. They get the guy in the ring, and they glove him up,
Yeah.
and he goes with the stripper, and the stripper, man, she don't mess around. She'll knock your ass out, and she was like, she hit him so hard in the face. I was just like, holy shit. It was the funniest thing I ever saw because we thought they would just no.
Those girls, they were not playing. They were surprised they didn't like knock out some of
They're
the.
angry bitches. That's why. They're like, yo, these motherfuckers been rubbing on me all night. You paying the price right now. Come over here, homie.
It was the funniest thing ever. But yeah, that was wow. That might have been 2001. Maybe you were marketing that, Adam.
Oh, shit.
Maybe. I mean, that was my. Yeah. Hey, one of my favorite college memories was from 2000 to 2003. You know, I every weekend or a couple nights a week, the Foxy Lady was like a second home to me.
Huh.
That and I right before I left because my dorm room was right across the street from the place. This shithole pizzeria called Saki's Pizza,
Aware
which
of
was
it.
the worst pizzeria in all fucking Rhode Island.
Is it true that you put water bugs down your pants just to feel something?
Yeah, you got yeah. I'm gonna go to like the BetterHelp.com, and I'm gonna buy you a therapist and get over this bodily fluid
Well,
/ anal obsession that you have.
so you did a marketing internship at the Foxy Lady, and you never learned. Well, I mean, that's what you learned, right? Was that everything sells when you have naked women?
Of
Pretty
course.
much.
That's the marketing lesson.
That's
That I sell.
Pretty much what would explain Lifefield's running Captain America is that the only reason it's sold is because people just mistake they thought it was a female cap at first.
My favorite picture of that is when they did the X-ray version of it.
Oh, the skeleton.
That's the
That was
funniest shit they done, yo. They fucked homie up, boy. Let me tell you, that was hysterical.
that was good.
Absolutely, absolutely. And do you have? And before we go, do you have any favorite cover that stands out in life to you? That this is the cover of your childhood, the cover that stands out amongst all comic books ever to you, the giants among
Wow.
covers.
No, there's so many, man.
You can't pick.
No, I want to say when I first started reading comics, the Secret Wars #1 jumped out at me because there was so many characters that I didn't know, which were mostly the X-Men. But it was like Spider-Man, Captain America, and I knew the Fantastic Four. But then I was like, who's this guy with the claws, and who's this guy with the
Nice.
ray blasts coming out of his eyes? I didn't know who a lot of those characters were, and that was really what interested me into kind of dabbling in and picking a couple of books up, and then once I started buying them with my allowance, and so did my brothers. It was all she wrote for me.
And one more thing here. I know that you had shared with us in the chat a wonderful art piece recently. Do you have that there with you?
The actual art piece.
Yeah.
It's hanging on my wall. You want me to go grab
Oh,
it?
it's hang. Yo, show people. People got to see this. Yo, Adam, you got dude.
The Kevin McGuire one, right?
Yeah.
Hey, hold
Ah,
on.
it's Kevin McGuire too.
Bro,
Hold on.
Adam, you have no idea the monster piece that this guy got done. Holy
Sweet.
effing
And I
shit!
love McGuire too. I
Yeah.
hung out with him at New York Comic Con. He's a
But
sweet.
has come with the boss level right here. This is on some boss level, yo. Look at this.
All
yo,
right,
boss
so
level.
I had Kevin McGuire do the West Coast Avengers for me.
Oh.
Dude, look how fucking gorgeous. Oh, dude.
Another
Yeah.
book that doesn't get enough love.
Yeah. Put it up, man. Let me see. His Hawkeye, too, and Mockingbird are just fucking sexiness, yo.
Yep.
And that Iron Man, although not my favorite version with the triangle, yo, I
Yeah.
mean, he makes it look good. Everybody's Wanda, everybody, bro. Wonder Man, shit. Fucking
Yeah.
everybody looks dope in this. What, yo, bro? Why this pick? Why this?
Why did
image?
what made me pick West Coast Avengers?
Yeah,
Because they're my team, man.
that's your
I-
squad.
Yeah, I mean, I got the Hawkeye behind me. That's Bob Hall.
Oh shit! Look at this guy. Folks, he
and-
is just dropping names. Get a broom.
I have Al Milgrom did this piece for me.
Oh wow.
Oh, Tiger. I always loved Tiger.
Yeah. So Al Milgrom did that for me a couple of years ago,
Oh my god.
and I actually have a piece by Bob Layton coming in a couple of weeks.
Oh shit!
Nice, man.
Is it everybody's favorite Iron Man with the round circle? This one. Hold on, because I got a
Hold
figure.
on,
I can
hold
show
on,
you.
hold on.
Okay.
I actually have a screenshot of it.
Oh, I can't. I can't take none of my figures off the wall. I really secured them.
Hold on, I have. Let me find the piece. I took a picture of it that Bob sent me.
You see this Adam who you have here? This guy
I,
is in it.
I,
He's in it.
I was speechless at the moment. I'm really impressed.
Yo, this is why he's the professor, yo.
Hold on.
He's a gangster.
You got to like knock Lucas around a little bit the next time for
Adam, have you? I don't know. Can you see his background of how many hardcover Marvel books he has on one?
I can make out the outline of it, and I'm just like,
Bro, they don't have the
damn.
books in them. Oh my god, dude. Get the fuck out. Oh my god.
Yep.
Yo.
Yeah.
Dude.
So I sent an email to Bob and I said I want these 5 characters, action poses at your discretion. And he's 2 weeks later he sends me that. He's like, "Is this okay?" I'm like, yes.
Holy approved. Hurry up. I want this in my
Oh
house.
wow.
Yep. Yeah.
Bro. So where did you commission these? I know, Adam. Last question here. Where
Yeah.
did you commission these guys at? Because these are legends.
Yeah, no, actually, Al actually took the question I wanted to ask. Because I didn't even know Leighton was doing commissions.
So yeah, if you go to boblayton.com, he has a commission list up there, and you could just you can request what you want, and sometimes it's a time frame thing. Sometimes he's not around, and he'll post right on
he's
there.
not even in the States right now.
He's living in Vietnam right now.
Vietnam.
Yeah, he's living in Vietnam. So actually, he sent me that, and he said, "I'll send it to you in a couple of weeks when I'm back in the States." But he's living in Vietnam. What I've been doing really is, if I kind of get it in my head who I want to do a piece for me, I'll go online. I'll see if they have a website, and if they have a website, generally they're doing commissions of some sort. And then I'll just kind of poke around. Sometimes the commissions are a little too pricey, so I kind of say pass. But when I ran into Bob Hall at a con 2 years ago, and I said, "Hey, will you do a Hawkeye for me?" He says it'll be done by the end of the day. I'm like, "F yeah!" So that's where that came from. Al Milgram, I knew he was going to be at Terrificon a couple of years ago, so I reached out to him before the con, and I picked that up there. And then McGuire was because I went on his website, and he actually has on his website a flat fee for any 10 characters you want in a Justice League cover type.
Oh shit!
And you send him which characters you want. And
oh my god, I would create the craziest looking squad. Throw me Deathlock. Throw me my White Tiger in there. Throw me Death's Head, the first one. Death's Head 2 looks cooler, but Death's Head 1 is actually the motherfucking man.
I think what makes that my West Coast Avengers piece from McGuire work so well is because I specifically I said, this is how I want Hawkeye to look. This is how I want, he's the king of facial expressions. And yes. I wanted each character to be doing something. So I sent him a list of everything that I wanted, and he delivered 100%. So I can't recognize it. I can't recommend it highly enough. A couple of guys, like I checked out Frank Cho. Frank Cho.
I may save up to get something done by him, because that would. I have a couple.
He's
of
perfect for Adam.
Out from the internet.
He's perfect for Adam, bro.
I talked to Cho's agent, and his starts at like $6,000.
Yep.
So I was like, yeah, he starts at $6,000. So I was like, no, maybe
what the fuck?
I would love to have do one of his infamous pancake pieces.
Yeah. I would love to get an all-female Avengers lineup by Frank Cho, but
Well, so the professor's A Force.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would.
What would be wait? What would be the professor's A Force?
Yeah, I gotta hear this.
Uh,
And go
well-
go back. Avengers members cup sizes too. Remember, this is Awesome Sauce Radio. I just
so
want
be
people to
so
know
it's be Scarlet Witch, She-Hulk. I'd have to go with the Monica Captain Marvel,
Ooh.
and let's see. Okay, maybe look. What do you think? Like two more?
Yeah, two more.
Yeah.
Like I'll go with Joe Costa just because she could be like a sex robot,
Ooh.
and then
For Adam.
Sex robots.
and who's the last one? Yeah, it's gonna be Carol, Ms. Marvel in the swimsuit costume, not the
Hey,
current costume.
oh, what was that? The Warbird one, right?
Yeah, the blue one. Yeah, blue with the lightning bolt.
Yeah, yo. Yeah.
That's the one, and the red sash. Yeah.
Yes. That's like shit, man. Any girls want to cosplay that for me? Let me know.
Actually, I know. Side note, I actually know a model that's her favorite thing to cosplay is that particular outfit.
And too bad you can't see it.
Actually, I need someone to cosplay as remember that skimpy invisible woman outfit from the 90s.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I know Bud
I need
does.
someone to do that for me.
Wait, is that the one with the 4 boob window there with the
Yep.
4? All right. Yep. Yeah.
I just bought a Fantastic Four collection, and that was in there. And I'm like, I don't remember this from as a
I
kid.
do.
But
Yeah, they really try to make her fucking hot. Like, Reed wasn't paying attention to her. She needed to put herself out there like an Instagram model and shit,
That was like she was Malice, and then Malice took over, and she
Malice.
yeah, she got all bad.
Malice was a little tramp, huh?
that's when Mouse is like, yes, must show my titties.
Yeah.
That would piss everybody off.
Look at my thong and my buns of madness.
Power Girls got nothing on me, damn it.
Yo, Power Girl though got like 100 suits, man. Otto Schmidt released a picture of all the renditions of Power Girl. Holy fuck! Like, how many suits is this one character? I thought Wasp was bad. They could have a fucking fashion battle. Who would win?
Really?
That would be awesome, man.
Wasp versus Power Girl because Wasp has mats. I mean, who else has that many fucking outfits? There had to be a fucking female, right?
Well, that was Wasp's thing because she always had a different costume in every issue. Pretty much.
Yo, insane,
Even
yo.
going back to the Silver Age, I'm surprised how fashion orientated the Wasp was.
Yeah.
It's like Adam, he only dresses in Gucci and shit, or rather Gucci,
But this was an extreme pleasure.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun.
I thank you for coming out tonight.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
The Bud man always rocks, bro. His name is Bud, but he's like weed, bro. He's a good thing to be around, bro. Let me tell you, that's my homie, and I'll say it for him. I love this man. He's my boy. Been a wonderful teammate, and most importantly, a wonderful friend. I appreciate you. So please show the love for my homie on No Prize Podcast every 2 weeks, and also
don't forget old timers.
Yep, which is dropping this Wednesday with a new show. I'm getting the boys the books, all right? Don't you worry.
Yep.
Can I say it, Al? Weepa.
Oh shit, that's the Bostonian version of Wepa. All right, bro.
I say this each and every week, but Al, I thank you for allowing me to have the privilege to be a member of Comic Crusaders. I am going to bring back Pimp the Long Box sometime in the next month or so to the
bring
website.
it. We need to know about Adam's madness and investment opportunities because you
like
on
I
the
said,
money, bro.
I actually found someone who's going to be editing my crap to make it
Oh, thank God.
look presentable but
thank God. You have no idea what I go through with this guy with editing.
But I thank you for giving me a platform and a playground, and I'm blessed to have Al as a friend.
But I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? Good people all around, yo, and positive and having fun and a good time. And you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I said,
If you
this
get
is
offended, too bad. It's just what it is, yo. It's just we are who we are, and love is
Yeah.
who we are.
like I said, I learned about Smeko or Smeckle or whatever.
Wait. Again, Rabbi Nigel Smegma. I'll see you at the
Yes,
synagogue
it's
tomorrow.
Smegma. I got this horrible image in my head. I'm gonna have nightmare. I'm gonna be watching a shitty Aquaman movie later and having images of this stuff in my head now.
Just whatever you do, don't use the Smegma to stick the yarmulke to your head.
And on that note, remember, we don't need sight to have a vision. It's not what happens to, it's what you do about it. Go chase your dream, you just might catch it. I love you all, blind out.
Like a pimp.